Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so I finally got this thing into space. I did make a few minor changes, nothing to the front of it or any of the things we set up in my tutorial episode that I kind of talked about this thing a lot, but yeah, so I'm going to kill the engine right now. So yeah, just bring up the orbit. It's right there. That's perfect. And these are falling back down into the ocean. Yes. No, so, I ended up launching this thing. The launch was a complete success, which is surprising. Usually the launch with these things, usually the nuclear motors end up falling off for some reason. I don't ask me why. It's annoying. But yeah, so I got the nuclear engines back on there. Everything stayed together, and I'm just hoping that I can get into orbit. Everything seems like it's going pretty well, and wow, would you look at that? We are actually really close to the Kerbal tanker, which is another surprising thing. Oh man, this is actually going really well for a mission. Well, I should say one of my missions. Now, it doesn't seem like we're too far off. If I speed up a little bit, how much would I actually have to speed up in order to just meet up with this thing, like, instantly? I don't know. I mean, we are close, so, I mean, would I have to just literally burn all my fuel in order to get towards it? So, go towards it, I should say. I mean, our target is... It should appear. It should be here somewhere. I don't see it. I guess it is just a little bit too far away, so, whatever. Let's get let's just get a burn and change our orbit a little bit so we can actually catch up with this thing eventually. So I don't know how much I'm going to do a burn. Decisions. I think I'm gonna try it with this one, but whatever. We'll see what happens. Wow, this thing is like not even wanting to turn at all. That's that's amazing. Okay, turn that on, turn that off, and we're just gonna burn right now. Whatever. Should be good. Hopefully. Now the distance between these, 270, that's actually not that bad. Oh, and it's going to steadily increase. Yeah, so I think I just messed it up. Whatever. Alright, so we know that that's not going to fix anything. So, trying to gear this back, that's probably going to be our next option. Bringing this back isn't going to fix it, but it's... Okay, well, maybe if we increase our distance a little bit more, that will make up for it too. We didn't even fix the inclination. We don't even have to though, but okay, let's see. If I bring it really out there, it's gonna change it a lot. So, right there is good, to be honest. You know what? I'm just gonna do it right here too. There's no point on waiting a whole orbit. So let's get this thing underway. So yeah, I hope you guys are liking the other episodes. I kind of felt the need to have to upload that my last episode with the the episode with the tutorial. Wow, I just totally slipped my mind. You know, I kind of felt the need to do that because there's a lot of people that had questions about that stuff, so I just felt like I should at least, you know, put that as a little footnote on my channel or something so people know how to do it. Yeah. Wait, come on. Set a target. Well, it's like in perfect orbit with Kerbal Space Station. There we go. And I'm going to turn off RCS first. Wow. Okay, how much fuel do we have? Alright, that's good. I'm going to put this fuel in here so we're not burning as much on our burns. I did, on the launch, I ended up, once I got to this stage here, I transferred the fuel from here into this tank. So that's kind of why there's no fuel in there right now. I'm not going to just do it that way. Alright, so let's see. Where are we going to be at? See how much that catches up. Wow. That is actually perfect. So, slow down and just back that up a little bit. It's going to be retrograde, and I could do that with RCS, so I think I'm going to be honest. Actually, I'll just line it up like this, and I'll do it with RCS. So, actually, no, I am not going to use RCS, because that will mean that I could possibly screw things up later. I really don't want to touch much on my RCS fuel, at least right now, because that could screw up my entire flight, basically. So, I'll just try to do it the best I can with the engine. So, turn this off, and just throttle up a little bit. Just do it in little bursts. Just give it a little tap, tap, taparoo. Alright, that's as good as we're going to get. And it's time to dock these things up and complete our ship. It's so awesome that I'm, like, freaking able to complete a ship and record it. Like, you know, my last two ships I built is when I had my laptop, and I couldn't record any of it. Because once I got to, like, this phase, it was, like, 10 frames a second. It was just, it wasn't even, it was really just disgusting. I couldn't even call that a video. It was like it would be like comparable to a slideshow, PowerPoint or something. I don't even know. It was just bad. Put it that way. It was bad things all around. So we're pretty close now. I'm gonna start my burn because we are moving way too fast. Our target's probably going to go past us anyway, so once again, a failure. Failure to communicate. But I'm okay with this. You know what? Whatever happens, happens. Even if we're like 10 off by the time we catch up, that's perfectly fine to me. As long as we do eventually catch up, that's the main thing. We do have plenty of fuel. I could transfer some down, so that isn't going to be much of a big deal. Try to put this, aim this more towards the target. I gotta go aim it this way, though. That way we're not really, when we start our next burn, you know, we'll be able to just burn directly at the target. So, this is, I'm not even going to waste any time. I'm just going to burn directly at the target. Hopefully, you know, once again, this isn't tested, so hopefully this just docks up perfectly. If it doesn't, then, you know, we'll have another failure. Use RCS. I hate using RCS on missions like this because you don't know how much RCS fuel you're gonna actually use. So, alright. We're gonna get pretty close here. Wow, we're moving pretty fast, too. I don't like how fast we're moving, to be honest. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the orbit or something, but we're not really, like, burning right at it isn't working so well. So, let's see how far that frame rate drops as soon as this thing loads. Alright, there we go. Just do one little more, little tiny burn. I guess I'll have to do one more. Oh, this game always proves to make me a fool. That's. We can all agree upon these things. We can all agree. All right, now. Once again, one thing that's really good to add on whenever you're building one of these ships, and you're using just purely satellite cores, put these thermal gens on there. You'll save yourself a lot of time and face palms once you get into orbit. Because you know what, I'll save you 5 minutes. I'm saving you 5 minutes, and that's 5 minutes. Oh my god. We almost destroyed the tanker. Oh my god. Once again, no, I'll save you guys 5 minutes that, because getting into orbit's just a pain, and especially if you have a ship that you really don't trust, that you don't know if it's ever going to fly again. So, wow. No, if you get a ship that you really don't know it's going to fly again, which I've flown a bunch of those, where the rocket itself, like, it just seems to, like, fall apart randomly. It really sucks when you get into orbit and everything else, and then you find out that, you don't have any thermal gens, and it's basically, you have no way to produce power on it in any way, nor do you have a docking port you can connect to. You always have to have contingencies, too. Always put, like, a docking port randomly on your ship, and that will save you some time. I mean, little things like that, just stupid little things that, like, really don't matter that much. Putting docking, even if it's a small-sized docking port, it will save you a lot of time. Alright, let's switch over to RCS. Bring this over. Bring it up, up and away. Just do a little bit of it. There we go. Is this stable too? Oh wow, that's amazing. It's stable. It's stable, guys. It's stable. All right, we're gonna switch ships. Oh my god, this reminds me of those big fuel the tanks that are on EVE Online. If any of you guys ever played it, it's like a cargo container or something like that. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, it looks just like one almost. But yeah, this fuel tanker is just looking awesome. I don't know if you guys, I mean, it's not the most heavily detailed, amazingly looking cool ship that I've ever made. I did think about adding like solar panels and stuff on the sides and stuff like that, but there's only so much you can do, and I don't want this thing to hit like a parts list of just insane proportions, so I kind of just stuck with what we got, basically. So, alright, flip this thing around, and hopefully docking this thing just isn't going to be a complete pain. You guys saw what I did last episode, so if anything, it should be relatively easy, but I'm beginning to doubt my docking abilities a little bit. Oh, after the moon space station and all that other good stuff. Yeah, that's all I can say. Alright, chase. Chase. There we go. Alright, we gotta bring this over, and we gotta go forward. So that should work. Whoa. Nope, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, that's looking good. It's looking perfect. It's looking perfect. Let's get closer. Just a little bit. I don't want to get too close because, no, not like we did just before. I just want to get close enough to where I can kind of line this up a little bit better. So, whoa, wrong button. Turn off the SAS. Just so we can get a little bit of a level to understand where the docking ports are, and so we can kind of make a flush dock, and that would be absolutely amazing. But I'll take even a somewhat flush dock. That will work. So alright, we're moving a little bit off to the side, which is like perfect. Just cancel that off. We just need to go up a little bit, I think. Yeah, because we're aligned with like a bottom one. You know what I'm gonna do? This will make it easier. There we go. We just need to go up a little bit. I still feel like we gotta go up. Just a little bit. And I'll start moving forward too, a little bit. See, it's like stuff like this, it's always kind of you gotta take it slow. You can't just go in there and just feel like you know what you're doing. Alright. Go forward. Forward march. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna back off. Drop down. Wow, this is really coming together. My frame rate's at 30 right now. And that's like normally what it's always at. So I do have to say that this thing really isn't very graphic intensive on my, it's not very CPU intensive or anything like that. Alright, wow, hopefully this is gonna work. Hopefully this docking worked. Let's see. It's docked here. Docked here. Not docked here. And docked here. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to work on it. You guys get the idea of what the ship looks like. I didn't want to put a bridge on it. I changed my mind at the last minute. I don't want to throw off the symmetry or anything. And, yeah. So, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. I do have plans for a couple other ships. Check out my Facebook and Twitter. I always post my latest Kerbal updates. When my videos are coming out and all that good stuff. And, yeah, I will see you next time.